Then, as he stepped around a stand of pines, he saw movement up ahead on the trail. Something large was standing in the middle of the path about 40 yards in front of him. It was motionless, upright, and massive enough to block the full width of the trail. For a second he thought it was a person, maybe another rider, but as his eyes adjusted to the light, he realized it wasn't. The shape was too big, too solid, and too dark. It stood perfectly still, facing him directly. The height was staggering, easily over 8 feet. The shoulders extremely wide. The chest was broad and thick, covered in hair that looked coarse and heavy. The arms hung long, nearly reaching to its knees. The head was large and slightly pointed at the top, with a heavy brow that cast the upper part of its face in shadow. Greg froze where he stood. The creature didn't move or make a sound. It simply stood there, filling the trail, watching him. Its body moved with each slow inhale and exhale. The silence made every sound of Greg's movement feel too loud. His breathing, the crunch of gravel under his shoes. He didn't speak or move at first. He just stared. The size of this thing was overwhelming, and the weight of its presence made his instincts scream to back away. He stepped back once, keeping his eyes locked on it. The creature shifted slightly, its weight moving from one foot to the other, the motion slow but powerful. He saw its hand move, flexing once before hanging loose again at its sides. The arms were thick and muscular, the hands wide. The hair covering them was darker and clumped, hanging down from the forearms. The creature's breathing grew louder, steady, deep, and heavy. Greg turned slowly, climbed onto his bike, and began to backpedal down the trail. He kept one hand on the brake and an eye on the creature ahead. The distance between them remained constant until it stepped forward. The movement was smooth, one long stride that brought it closer. The size of its step told him everything he needed to know. He turned the bike fully around and began pedaling fast. The trail twisted through the pines, each turn filled with loose dirt and exposed roots. The sound of his tires cut through the still air as he gained speed. Behind him came a heavy impact. The ground seemed to tremble beneath the weight of the creature running. He didn't look back. He didn't need to. The sound told him it was coming down the same trail, keeping pace. Branches snapped, and the noise of heavy feet striking the earth carried through the trees. The rhythm stayed steady, moving fast and sure-footed. Greg rode as fast as his legs would allow, the trail blurring beneath his tires. The thudding continued behind him, sometimes fading slightly, then growing louder again.